guys, welcome back. I'm going to do another basic tutorial on how to cut objects, how to move them, and the best way to not have any issues whenever you print. So what I pulled up here is a icy realm or ice decorations, whatever you want to call them, for the inside of a desktop. And let's say not these smaller ones, but I will show you over here on this bigger one. Alright, so we want this big sheet of ice, right? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of these. And now, it's no fault to those that developed it or anything like that, because I mean all plates are different sizes, all plates and printers are different, and what you have to do in these cases is you'll have to cut them, and it's a pretty basic function. But let's say you're going to cut it right, so this gray plane that you see, this is your cut field. This is, so if we put it here, it's just going to cut those tips off. If we put it here, it's going to cut all of those off and whatnot. So, and then you've got your 360 sphere right here. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to adjust this plane to fit this object that you're wanting to cut, right? So let's say we go here. This one's going to move it this way. If we go to the red one, or your x-axis, and it's going to move it this way. So this is the one that we're going to go with. Come on. And good enough. Right, and then so you'll have to change your angles every now and then. But something like that is going to work perfect. Now, keep in mind, like I said, this is going to cut this exactly where this plane is. So if you're going to put it, you see how it's sitting right there in the middle of that one crystal? It's not going to be the best right there. So what we'll have to do is just slightly move the green one to where it fits the object the best. So it's right there in that valley. It's not going to impede any of those mountains. And what you do, perform cut. You'll want to fix this, and this is a pretty common thing whenever you have different objects. Alright, so now we have two objects, right? But the computer still renders them as one. So what we need to do, come over here, add a plate, and we're just going to move it. Alright, and so from here, we'll have to grab this plate, and so if you print it like this, it's going to spaghetti on you. It's going to spaghetti, and you're basically just going to waste filament. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to click lay on face, and you see all these circles. Any circle I click is where it's going to lay down. Obviously we want that one because that makes the most sense. And there's a button on here to center it. I usually just eyeball it, but from both of those, you've got it exactly where you need it. And now, let's say you print this, right? Now, unless you really care, you can super glue this together, or you can add connectors, dowels, whatever you choose to connect them, and it'll work. So that'll be on the next video, but for right now I'm going to print these two, and I'm going to show you the outcome. Alright guys, welcome back. So I've decided to go back on what I said. I'm going to show y'all how to do these connectors because you need to do that before you make the cut. So right here, right exactly where we were before, you're going to add connectors, and what this does is it pops up this orange thing. And so now this is where you decide if you want to do plug, dowel, snaps, or threads. And so it's usually better to just do plugs depending on the size of everything. And I usually do about 3 or 4 of them. You know, if you want to say space them out, because I'm OCD. Just like that, you'll have 5. Confirm connectors. Same thing as before, right? So you'll have those sitting just like that. Go back to where we had it before. We'll add a plate. Move this one over here. Lay on face. And bam. And now you can see here exactly where we put those holes on this one matches up with that one. So all you would have to do is snap them together and it will be one piece. So like always, click your object, go to your strengths, and depending on what it's used for, right? So in this case I'm using it just for decoration. Go here, go to 5% or 8%, and you won't have to worry about supports, but then you will slice it and then you'll print it, and I will show y'all the final project.